Afternoon all, just coming down the beach with the old chap. It's a bit nippy old today, a bit of breeze there. See the wind's southerly, south-southwesterly. Got a lot of weed on the beach, but we've come down here just to get the last hour of the flood. We could have been a bit earlier and spent more time out here, but the old man said that's too cold. Bless him, but he's 77. Then he slipped in. But yeah, that is what it is. We hadn't fished the flood in a long while. Last time we fished the flood, well, the old chap fished the flood a few weeks ago. He had a bit of fish, a lot more than what they've had on the ebb. So hopefully we'll get a few more fish today. Well, as usual, we're now getting ready to launch. The old chap just taking the chains off. Bit nippy down the old wind, but a bit warmer in my boat, but there you go. Holding on the ropes. And hold it. The beach is so steep, the old man didn't even have to lift up the hydraulics, it just shot on like a rocket. You try and hold it on the ropes on the oars so it doesn't slip, but in that situation you can't. You just got to let it go and do its thing. Ah. Yeah, the ropes you've got around the rollocks isn't to stop you from launching, it's just to stop the boat from slipping a little bit. If any load come on them, you just let them go. Like I did. I couldn't. You know, I couldn't hold it. I did have a turn on it. If you do that, you can't ever undo it. And that's the old chap picked up. Well, as there's a slack tide today, it's only like a really easy tide. We're heading a bit further to the south. You've got to get the gear, you've got to get it drifting up on the flood and get past Stickham's Corner to point and it'll set off a little bit. So we're going to shoot the 2-inch nylons and we'll run a little bit further south than we normally do. Because there's so less tide, but we want to get it past some particular point. Is that enough? I'm going to just turn the boat around slightly and we'll get shooting. That's just 10 2-inch nylons. Meat going to go right in the beach. You're ready when you are. Let's get another couple of revs. So the next trick on over, lovely. All 2-inch sunk nets on about 5-6 foot strops. Obviously where we are here at Caister, as shallow as hell, we're in 22 foot of water, so we can't put too deep a gear here. That's a problem, you damage these 2-inch nets, you can't replace them. They're like rock and horse poo. So always a bit careful. So like 24 foot of water, 15 foot lint, 5-6 foot strop. That's pushing your limits really. Let go on over, lovely. That's the only thing now, you don't shoot by hand when you're swinging them, windmilling them, chuck the lead line over by hand. You don't warm yourself up, do you, on these cold mornings? I used to warm me up, that did. Take turns shooting gear just to warm yourself up. Get him sitting there all comfy now, don't even have to move, do we? Get there now, innit?
Yeah, that's too, mate.
One net now?
No, two.
Still 2-0. But you want a camera on a pole, innit? Connected to your plotter so you can see when it's getting low.
Last net.
Go with that. Done and dusted. With the wind, we've got to go and haul from the other. We've got to go lay on the inside. We laid off here with that southerly wind that'd pull all the gear around like hell. So we'll go lay on the inside and it won't be so bad. Look like a couple of anglers on the beach. I've heard the fishing's picked up in the last few days and they're getting plenty of dabs. A week or so ago they're getting hardly nothing. That high pressure's eased off a bit. It's still high, but it's eased off a bit, and yeah, there might be a few more fish here now. Well, there is. Well, I don't know. Sent us a lovely picture of a lovely bucket of dabs the other day. It was nice to see. The old seals have given them a hammer in the last few years. It's nice to see them recovering a bit. Don't know where they've been hiding. Somewhere good. That ain't straight. Ain't too bad wrapped up warm. A bit warm if you've got a screen on the boat though. Alright, we're now coming up to the darn. Then grab hold of the darn, tie a rope on it and hang off the inside of that. Easy peasy. Look at that lot on the plotter. There's tons of fish there, but I don't think they're herring, I think they're sprats. Obviously we don't get them in this gear, but there's a ton of something there, isn't there? Screen's full. So obviously we'd get them, if there's any fish there we'd catch them, but yeah, I think they're sprats more than they are herring. They give a slightly different pattern, herring do to sprats. I don't know what's up with Mother, but she sent cake and bars and stuff today. Probably because I had to go to Cambridge again yesterday and have another MRI scan to see how the brain boogies come back or not. So she's feeling guilty for a little soldier. The problem is I don't like blueberry muffins. I'll have to have a bar instead, that'll do. Bless her. I had to twist the old chap's arm because I didn't have the other muffin. He went, I better eat it then. So Mother didn't say nothing. It's an excuse. Greedy little piglet and he loved muffins and blueberry ones and gooey centres. He's got a sweet tooth in his old age, that's what it is. Well, we're just going to have a quick look at the end of these, see if there's anything in them. There might not be anything, but there you go. Also, we're hanged on these and we'll pull them around a bit. the marks on that finder, they've got to be sprats. See, Aaron, look at this lot. Fish. Yeah. I think we've seen enough. Ain't a lot there, is there? Well, there ain't a lot of wind now, that wind's eased off. It's gone a little bit south-easterly at the minute, just pushing us in. But there's still a few marks on there, but I think they're sprats, they ain't Aaron. Obviously we looked on the end of the gear and they looked a bit grim, didn't it? But that's life. You see there, we're just on kind of the North Beach and there's a couple of anglers sitting there. They must be a bit nippy. Nippy but keen. So there's not much wind here. Turbines didn't make a lot today, they're spinning slightly. A little bit of a haze on the water. But not too bad. Just hope there's a few more Aaron, but there haven't been many inside here. That's been diabolical lately. I had half a box in my boot the other day, but I don't think we're going to get much in here off Yarmouth. I really don't. There's a few sprats and that's about it, I think. Well, we're now going to start hauling the gear. I've got to admit, I ain't got a huge amount of faith. I don't think there's a lot of herring inside. I think they're all sprats on that plotter. I'll tell you in a minute. Go on, Aaron, let's get a food. Spin up your buggers. These small little nets only catch everything. Hey! Look at that. It's only a little Aaron, but it is a full one, but it is small. Hey! There's another one. Another fisherman, Jimmy Weddell, told me years ago when I was fishing with him. If you had 20 nets, got one fish in the first net, and that doubled every net, you'd sink by the time you hauled the lot in. Another one. They're a tiny little heron, but they're plump. Ever so plump fish, but they're little tiny things. Through it, don't they? They're not smelts, are they? What they should be. They're plump little fish. They're nice, isn't it? Seven in the first net. Need to break any records. Look at that. That'll tell you something. There's a sprat in the heron net. Another heron. And another one. Over next. See, there's a nice full plump heron coming in. I couldn't let that fall back in the water. The old chap would have been devastated.
Do you want to
On these.
do you want to leave these and put them monos out? first last dribble.
You got me? Two issues here, isn't there?
Yeah.
You get anything in the monos there? To start the engine? Is that? Yeah. We're a bit close. Plus there's the food fish here, we're now going to shoot these out, shoot these back and then put the monos over as well. Be careful. Go as slow as I can. Slow as I can, that is.
You got it down on the bit. You better knock it out.
Right, a minute. There we go, that's over it. So now we're going to start shooting the other heron nets, the monos. Well, we're now going to shoot the monos over now. Let it go off a little bit further. Have to put a couple of pellets on because we ain't got no darns left. Yeah, ready when you are. You might as well scoot a bit of that over the side. It's going alright, is it? Yeah, just stuck a couple of buffs over on them. There's a few fish there, they were nice little, they weren't huge fish, but they were plump. And you've got to make the best of a bad situation. We didn't get tons of fish, but we can get another couple of stun in the monos and so be it. Why not? There's more herring now than I thought, to be honest, even though there weren't a lot. Sometimes this time of year you don't get a lot of the fish on the tide. On the flood you get them on the first of the ebb. That first little trickle of ebb coming through, sometimes they'll lift every time. So a lot of time in January, February time we'll shoot one fleet before the end of the tide, then another fleet right bang on the end of the tide, ready for the first little trickle of tide to come through. Getting near the end, is it?
Last double, no coming.
Yeah, these are 2 1/4 monos. Then you get prime stuff. What? Then you get all them little fish we were getting. Only small, but they were nice full herring. Then you get ones worth eating, really. Nearly it. Dad. Oh, it is. Lovely job. Well, they're now overfishing. Let's hope we get 1 or 2 in them. Well, we'll now come back to the nylons after shooting the monos. So just to run these. Obviously we've already hauled this first net, so I'll tell us anything swum since the end of that tide. But it looking like it has looked a bit nothing in it. So I've already cleaned the first net. That's a lovely day though. It's like a sheet of Formica right here. I don't know if there's any more fish swum since we hauled last time, do there? I was hoping there might have been one or two in the first of that ebb, didn't you? Oh, there's one. Then again, they are, if you look, they ain't fishing very well, look, straight along the tide there. Oi! There's Aaron. There was two in that net since we cleaned it last time. Not a lot. So here we done one net, didn't we? Did we do one net? Three more net, I can't remember. Was that? Look at them all them boys are lined up in a row, look at them, perfect. Someone's put a rule against them. Oh, there's another one. And another. And another. Whatever next, three at once. Look, two together. Oh, that's a lovely heron. Another one. And another. Honestly, there's a few fish near here. Have to run these, haven't we? I thought so.
Come steaming through and can't see him.
So they ain't big heron, but some plump ones amongst them, isn't there? What, plump ones? What the hell are you on about?
Plastic, isn't it?
What?
They're all made of plastic, Essex girls.
You can't say that, you're on video. That one's too fat to pull through.
Say too fat to fall.
They ain't too fat to fly, they're heron, not flying fish. Most are getting a nice little pick in it.
So there weren't no fish up there.
I didn't think there'd be any up here. There's certainly be more fish on the flood than what they do on the ebb, don't there? Don't you think?
Yeah.
That's a better one. That's a nice plump full heron that one is. A lot of them are little old spent too. Really don't get them on the flood, you get nothing on the ebb, innit? A few mile along the coast to get them all on the ebb.
Found up.
Weren't calling out. That was heron, that was fouled up.
Got a little gap in them two boxes and places.
No, you couldn't get it through that gap if you wanted to again. Right mixed old bunch really, ain't they?
Nice little plump one.
Yeah. There's a mixture of little spents. Another one of them sprats. There's a mixture of big spents, little spents, and little plump fish. Look, that's a nice big plump heron, and that's a little plump heron. A good mixture of everything really, isn't there? Be interesting to see if there's any better fish in them monos, wouldn't it? Most of these won't get caught in them, would they?
Fish finder and little ones.
Yeah. Certainly, the ebb in the flood is like chalk and cheese, isn't it?
Little swimmers somewhere, aren't they?
Yeah, they are deep. I think we get a hoodoo mounting the monos because obviously these heron are small, aren't they? I thought I might not have got no more heron for tea this year, but there's nothing wrong with these little plump ones, is there?
Child killer.
What?
Child killer.
Child killer? What, for eating small heron?
Yeah.
That's a bit extreme. Calling me child killer for eating little heron. Christ on a bike. Hardly bloody Ian Huntley material eating small heron, is it? Thicker, isn't he? Another sprat. Into none of them hairy black things, have we?
You shan't answer that. Guess I incriminate myself.
Nice to see a few heron turn up inside, though, isn't it? How did we get bug all here today? Inside here. There weren't lots from the first ebb there, was there? In that first net. Then again, it wasn't fishing pretty well, was it? Nice little pick in it. Oh. A few of these better ones are falling out of these little old, mate. What's that? That's a seagull, Dad. The other fleet is there. That's the orange one there. Where's the white one? There. So you better run these.
It's up to you if you want to.
They're not going to be miles, isn't they? Before we get cleaned them, won't we? Run them then. You think? I think we're right. I was going to run down there too far, did we? You think? Well, I'll keep that clean a few minutes. And they got them disappear. There's nothing apart from heron, there's no whiting or nothing, is there?
It's an occasional spray.
That's a nice one.
Just over the side.
Well, it's sunk then, but it's just light white pellets, isn't it? Look at all them around the gill. Like chalk and cheese compared to last weekend, isn't it? I think you're chucking more on top of the boxing, innit?
Very well, so just let them down on top.
That one's going obviously can't see the box from there, can you? Up with it, isn't they? They're a bit patchy, wouldn't they?
Waiting these, or you want to get it boxing.
Yeah. Hope they'll thicken up soon.
That again, look.
What?
In that gap.
Hope they'll thicken up again soon and some of the old pipe wranglers can get some bait. All these smaller mates, they still make good money at the market, and we're robbing ourselves if we sell them to the anglers. Don't we really?
Yeah.
Not helpful for the anglers, but while getting 2-3 times as much on the market, it ain't worth us selling them to the anglers, is it? Don't make financial sense. Obviously when they thicken up a bit and come a few more like they will do in the next few weeks, we're getting plenty of them. The prices obviously drop. Lovely ones amongst them, that lovely plump fish. And you get those skinny mini. Yeah, well, that Greg. Oh. Work later. Oh, there's a sprat. Another little sprat. Where's it gone? There's a lot of sprats here, they're picking up on the herring nets. All the way through now, aren't they? There's some thick around the gills, isn't there? So you're getting a few now?
Those swims look like one, but is it a lucky one? The top
They're
mesh,
setting off like yellow them net siders. Look how where they are now. Close to them on the bar, wouldn't they? What's that?
one of these will get
Look better, better than me. Yeah, the other nets, the other fleet is setting off. They go down now, they're sort of going over the barber and shallow water. I think most of it is clear, but there's a few here, isn't there?
more easterly for it.
Yeah. It's not as guinea, don't they? There's a nice pick amongst these now, isn't there? This is all I thought we were going to get. Although that silly old buggers took us into the bay again, we're not going to get nothing. He was right though, we have got a few. Ooh. I can't get the augers underneath that. There's a big bite in the nets that basically come around, big loop, and you can't haul around it very easily because obviously you get your engine and arse into your boat will go in the gear. So I'm just going to get a little way along it, and then I'll get the oar out and do a couple of pulls on the oar and turn the boat round. Already, give it a couple of pulls, you should be alright. Temporarily. Might need another go in a minute. Watercolour's gone patchy, isn't it? Yeah. What I'm trying to do is at the minute I'm hauling harder. What the old chap is, to pull the boat round. You can something like you can haul on the bottom rope, so that pull the boat around naturally by that's work, isn't it? Instead of him leading on the top rope, I'm leading on the bottom. That'll turn the boat round. Hang up a bit there, isn't it? Hold on. Oh, there. Some of them nets are a bit low in the water, don't they? Pellets. Yeah, these nets, even they've got a few fish in them, they've been fishing very well, but across the top, they're along the tide, not across it. These last couple of nets are fished better, I think you've been winning them. Not in a minute, is there? They've thinned out a lot, haven't they? Here they come again. Should be more in the middle of the fleet, isn't there? Pardon me. So you can see the pellets behind the old chap. I mean, I've pulled the boat around. I haven't got to row anymore. It's a many herring, is there? They all look long dead, don't they? lucky last, isn't it?
This is supposed to be a hole.
Deeper, wouldn't they? These are, I think this is a 2 1/8 net. You run out of 2-inch nylon, so you put a little bit bigger one on the ends. There's still plenty of fish in it, but not as many as the other ones, but they're slightly better quality. So you quite a few in it actually, didn't they? Picked up a bit on that end. That second net in was rubbish, wasn't it? Oh, it's slightly bigger. Oh, look at that. Look at that for a herring. Oh, that's a cracking herring, that is, isn't it? What a beast! Ain't it quite rah 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 and eat you, like Jaws, but for a herring, that's a bloody big one. That's easily the best herring of the day, that is.
Best one in the winter.
Yeah, that might be the best one of the winter actually, look at that. And that was that. We'll soon see what in comparison to the other nets, because obviously the other nets are 2 1/4 monos. They're a bit big really, but we thought we had to shoot them while they're in the boat. Well, we're now going to haul the other fleet of monos. See him sitting there, going to the distance to that buoy over there. You see the buoy, there it is. We're now going to haul them. If there's any fish in these, they'll be a lot better quality. Well, let's see what we've got in these monos. Look at that thing. Once we pick up the lead line on the fish finder. Quite easy again, mightn't it?
Yeah, a little safe.
Lee's only picked the best out these will.
That's all on the wrong side. We haven't thought we'd do much about that. have we?
Yeah. You can't always haul things perfectly, you've got to make the best of what you've got, haven't you? Oh,
Good super, isn't it?
what's that?
Ain't it a very good super?
No. We shot these over on the first of the ebb, see if we might get some on the first trip of the tide, but they didn't look very good. A lot of weed in there, isn't there?
What we knew we shot 'em.
Oh, there.
Not very good, is it?
No, spot the fish. Whose idea was it to shoot these over?
There is, must be right near the beach.
Oh, look at that.
That one. Give it that out.
That is a bloody good herring, that is, look. How fat that is. Well, there's only one. These nets can set off quite a bit, don't they? Your area will come a bit loose, obviously you can pick them up very well today. So that's dismal, isn't it? I'll get that nice little pick before. Well, at least it wash some of the weed out, so you dry them out now for next autumn. Not worth shooting these anymore, is it now? It's worth really shoot them anymore. Yeah. Let's get to the time we take all these big old nets out anyway, innit? prove that. Them fish are smaller than what they were, isn't it? I think there was a lot of them fish from that flood, didn't they? We found it last weekend, there weren't a lot on the ebb.
One for one.
One double net for one Aaron. No. Hey! Another Aaron. One Aaron every double so far. Time for these to be dried out and put away. There ain't another net, Aaron. That's 3 Aaron now. Look at that. There's a sprat rolling along the net. You bugger. There's a little sprat alive, bouncing along the net.
Seems to be them sprats might be going on that person ahead. Yeah.
May well be. Well, on the end of the tide they disappeared. On the end of that tide they disappeared, didn't they? And now there's a bit of tide again. Look, you look on the plot, they come back a bit. There's nothing swimming on that slack water, is it? They're all in the tide, aren't they? Look at that. Number 4, isn't it?
The Barbara.
No. I think so. Another Aaron. Five. This has washed a bit of weed out of Mr. Mountain. Bloody hell, another one. Lovely up there, isn't it, this? Yeah. How full it is. Right fat old thing. It must be 1.25 inches. Right fat old Aaron. All the primes, isn't enough of them, is there? Did that pump work right?
No, it worked.
Let me put that electric one in. Bucking around with hand pump. Yeah. Bloody hell, look at that. First whiting we're in. Bad size one either, is it?
Keep it.
Just little sharp teeth and everything. The water's certainly gone a different shade, isn't it? It's gone thick as guts now in places, isn't it?
cormorants over the windmills.
There's tons of cormorants flying past. And another heron. Oh, them cormorants are feeding on all them sprats and small heron. Get a good feed out of them, isn't they? It's better than out here eating sprats and small heron than it is on these old carp lakes and fisheries. They decimate small carp lakes and roach and skimmers. My mate had a lake full of F1 carp, about £1.5, £2. They used to eat all them, no problem. You wouldn't think they'd eat a fish that big, but they did. It's remarkable. Another bloody great heron. Huge old thing. Make kippers with that. Would you believe it, little diddy one?
Someone's up there.
Yeah. Would you believe it? Grab. Keep.
Oh, you chasing sprats?
Would you believe it? We're in 30 foot of water. The net till you go down 15 foot. And we've got a dab. That's a nice dab as well. Nice fat one. That's a keeper for the old chap's tea, if that's anything. You wouldn't believe it, would you? They're up in the water chasing sprats as well. Must be, mustn't they? That's why the fishing keep going up and down on the beach. There's a lot of sprats there. All the fish will be up in the water chasing them. Another whiting. Another heron. Very sprat cool, mate.
Yeah, isn't there, sprats?
Oh, good on the flood too. It's on the flood too, weren't they? And what we've been getting lately, there's going to be more on the flood than what there definitely is on the Edda, isn't there? Yeah. Just caught a sprat. Oh, jiggling around like oh. You get nipped in the meshes when they pull them tight and pull them out of the water. Another whiting. Pardon me. There's loads of sprats falling through the gear now.
That must be on the sand, is it?
Yeah. Gotta be in it. In heron. And them is these gear. And heron are definitely there on the flood, aren't they? We get two together.
Two crap ones,
That's, yeah. How the hell did that get tangled up? Mesh got caught in his mouth. Tiny little heron. Everything in these nets is well dead, isn't it? Right, Dad, don't keep pulling or you pull it into the gear. Let me get on there and row. Give it a roll and pull it round. That's better. Got been a few more in these, but I wasn't expecting to get a huge amount, were you? Well, that's a cracker white. That's a bloody cracker white, and lift it up and that'll fill up the net in the back in the water. Couldn't make it up, could you? It's a lovely white one too. Got you laugh, thought that'd be for your tea.
No.
You like white ones, don't you? That's a lively heron. There's been a lot of herring in it, have there? I expect a few more than that. Another one.
Another one.
Let's go that all. Another rope. That wind keeps changing directions and flitting about. Heron. I thought you got any little ones in this gear, but I've got a few. That's another white one. Plump little bugger. At least you got a few white ones for your tea. You don't get enough of mother can have some as well, though, do we?
She don't like it.
Or don't you like white ones?
Too cold.
Right.
Actually, yeah. It makes sense, huh?
I like filleting them white ones. Fillet them, skin them, and turn them into goujons. That's the best way to eat them white ones. No bones in them. I like them like that, put them in breadcrumb. You don't use bacon, don't you? Look at all that lot. All them cormorants there. Christ. Is that a big shoal of sprats or something there? Look at them all. I think there's a massive shoal of sprats over there or something. There's hundreds and hundreds of birds all going mad. Isn't there? They're seagulls, aren't they?
Probably.
Well, didn't they do that a few years ago? And Willie tried shooting.
Didn't get a fish.
You never got nothing?
No.
Another nice whiting. And Aaron. And one more Aaron. That's probably about it, innit? Oh me. No, another heron. Oh right. Someone just fell out whatever that was. Who knows? And that's all that done and dusted. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of seagulls all going mad, all on the edge of the Barber sandbank. That must be boiling up some small little fish. There's a hell of a lot of them there, isn't there? There's hundreds of birds all circling going mad. Must be a bit of feed there, but I know people have tried to net it before and never got nothing. But there you go. Well, the old man's put the engine down. We're now going to start up and then we'll head home. Well, that's a good drift. Drifted away from Yarmouth back to 2nd Avenue, the old rocks there and the water tower. That's a good drift back really, away from Yarmouth down here on the ebb. Obviously we fished the last hour of the flood and got the ebb back. The tractor's only on the beach just over here, so we've got too far to go. And we're back ashore. You look there, we cleaned some of the gear. Oh, a bit zoomed in. Cleaned some of the gear, we've only got about 2/3 of a box of heron. See it slightly better this time. Got about half, 2/3 of a box of heron. Mixed old stuff, some crap heron, some good heron. Bit of a mixed day really. Look at like that little heron there compared to that heron. Like chalk and cheese, isn't they? Twice the size. And I'm going to go back home now and clean these and run all the nets out, clean all the nets and get them back in the bins. Get the old chap a cup of tea. Well, the forecast was right. That's safe easterly now. Now we're up the beach. Coffee in hand. Job's good. We've got the chili coming off the sea. Here we go. Hopefully mother will make us a nice cup of tea. Can't beat a fresh cup of tea, can you? That wasn't a bad trip. Well, we're now all clean. That's about it. We've got 3 half boxes of heron. They're normal heron. They're normal standard size heron. And we've got another half box of selected large. But you look at some of them heron. Look at the size of them.
Just put them down as selected.
Some of them heron are massive. It's got a box and a half of heron.
There's 15 there.
You look there, there's a few sprats. There's a few sprats you got in the nets. A few whitings and that dab. Didn't see many dabs swimming 10-15 foot off the bottom. And that was that really. Not too bad, enjoyable day. I should really help the old boy lift him, but ain't too heavy, he's just confirming the weights. And that's that. Okay boys and girls, thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you another time. See you later, bye.